on, baby. Did I scare you? Come on, did I scare you? You know I did. So today we're going to look at how to reapply textures to a rig. So check it out how. So you're going to be, you're wandering around on my Facebook. You're looking at my tips of the day, and then you go, what's this guy up to? You find this about link animationmethods.com. You click on it. You accidentally land on my page and you see rigs. And then you go, oh, cool, rigs. I want to download one. Are these free or what's up? Some of them are free. You can download some. I purchased the Batman one and the Spiderman one. So if you click here, it'll take you to this website here. You can purchase the same ones I did, or you can go ahead and stick to one of the free ones. Doesn't matter. So you download a rig. You get a nice little folder here. You open it up and then you go, oh cool, I guess I downloaded two rigs. I downloaded the Batman one and the Spider-Man one. Now you go into the Batman one because you think Batman's cooler than Spider-Man. Don't tell me, that's your opinion. You go to scenes, you see Batman rig right here. You get really excited. You start jumping up and down on your bed, and then you just double click on that. And then you wait for this to load and you start singing the Batman song. Batman. And then you go, don't save it. Come on. What are you asking me to save here? I'm just opening it. And then you let it load. Batman. Batman. And it loaded and then you go, what the hell? What? Where? On my computer it craps out. I don't know. I have to click this stupid icon down here. There's Batman. Oh my god, it's Batman. Oh, it's rig. And then you press 6 on your keyboard because you want to see the awesome textures. And then you go, what the F? Come on. 5, 6, 5, 6. Where are my textures? So then you get angry and then you delete Maya, and then you never want to be an animator because you can't get the textures on here. But I'm going to show you how to reapply the textures the easy way right now. Very easy. The reason why Maya didn't load the textures was because it didn't know what folder to look in. Maya is pretty stupid sometimes. It's a little titiri. So you gotta help it out here. You gotta check it the easy way. I'm gonna show you the easy way. Alright, file, set project. Really easy. You need to set something, right? Alright, let's set it for Maya. Set it and forget it. No, this isn't a microwave. You go to the Batman project. Batman project. You double click on that and you know you're on the correct one because it has all these junk folders in there. Scenes, source images, right? Okay, go back where we were. You need to set this main folder that has everything in there as your set project. That's what we call it. We're gonna set project. So you just click on that one and you say set that folder as my project folder, and then that's it. Maya now knows where to look, but it hasn't loaded anything. So the easiest way to reload textures is just to reopen the rig again. So go to file, open the rig again, and notice it's looking now in the on my desktop in the folder called My Rigs, but now it's looking in the Batman project. Batman, you gotta say that every time. And it's looking in the scenes automatically for me. Notice I just went open and I already went inside of that Batman project scenes, which is cool. Awesome. Thank you, Maya. Thank you. I don't want to save it. Just reopen the damn thing already. And then wait for it. Batman. So he's textured automatically because we set the main project, right? So that's it. That's it. That's how you easily set a project so that Maya knows what folder to look in. Now I'm going to show you the long ways. The long, hard way. So I'm going to open up the Spiderman now because we already set the project for Batman. So it's going to look, it's going to know where to load the textures. But not for Spiderman. Spider-Man. Spider-Man, he's the man. So go to scenes, Spider-Man rig. I'm gonna open it. Don't save it. Spider-Man, he's the man. I don't know the song for Spider-Man. That's so sad, cause I don't know it. And there you go. 5 and 6, 5 and 6. Nothing on him. So I'm gonna keep it on 6. Here's how we load them manually. Go to Window, Rendering Editors, Hypershade. Hypershade is where you have all of your textures stored in here. This is like your texture library. Alright, library. I don't have my library card. So Spider-Man is looking for these 4 textures, but it doesn't know where. That's why they're black. So what you do is you double click on one. Doesn't matter. You can go eeny meeny miny mo. That one. And then over here you're gonna see it opens up your attribute editor, and you see a little thumbnail that says sample, and it's black because again it can't find that texture. That's because it's looking in the E drive under somebody else's computer. So I need to tell it to look in my computer. And you need to be aware of this last name here under image name. This last name is the image that it's looking for. So you need to remember this. Spider-Man text for texture underscore web.png file. So that's what it's looking for. So let's go ahead and find it by clicking on this folder. And see, notice we're still under the Batman. And it took me actually into the correct texture folder, but we're under Batman because we set the project for Batman, not Spider-Man. So you could set the folder for Spider-Man, but I'm just showing you the other way. So you go to Spider-Man project, and then source images is where we have our textures. And then it was looking for Spider-Man texture underscore web PNG. So you got to make sure that matches with what it's looking for and say open. And then that's it. Here's how I load them. Double click on the textures, double click on the sample swatch here, double click on this black one, double click here, double click here, double click here. Oh, look at that, we got some textures. Double click this last one, double click that white one. I don't know why it's white. Maybe it's looking for, no, it's right. And then that is how you load textures manually. So manually you go to Window, Rendering Editors, Hypershade, not materials. These are your materials. Sort of the same thing. You can click on this, and then it's gonna go under color. You're gonna see this little arrow. So if you click on that little black arrow, it's gonna take you to that texture, the same texture attribute editor we were in. So again, it's looking for the Spider-Man texture web PNG. So it doesn't matter. It's just shorter to go under textures and then double click on it here. So that is how you set projects to quickly reload your textures, or if you need to do it manually, that's how you do it manually. So if you wanted to set the project now for Spider-Man, same thing, file, set project, Spider-Man, set it and forget it. So hopefully you learned something today. Gotta use that nugget of yours. Check out books if you're interested here, for animators, for riggers. Now for animators, because I'm an animator, I know what it's like in the industry. I wrote about, you know, some of the things that not a lot of books talk about, which is how to get a job. Not just about, you know, how to animate the body, how to animate the facial stuff, but what is it like when you go into an interview for animation? What kind of test will they ask you to do for animation? How much money can you make? So there's 2 parts to this book. If you're a rigger, I suggest you start rigging, because it takes a while, you know, to become a really good rigger. So I made this one for a beginner, so you can start understanding the concept. So Again, free tips on my Facebook fan page, Animation Methods. I get tips of the day here, so hopefully you learned a lot from this tutorial, and I will catch you next time you're falling.